Hi friends, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video we will learn about the another operator that is group by operator. So this comes under transformation category of operators. Now let's try to see the definition of this group by. Here we didn't find any definition, but I'll explain you that the name itself indicates that group by means it will group the similar items in the source value into one observable and the value and the other values into another observable. So that is the group by, and how it will group the similar items based on the condition given in the as a parameter. So group by takes a condition or otherwise takes any criteria, and it will group all those items that are all those values that are coming from the source observable as a single observable, and the values that doesn't match the condition or criteria, so those will be comes under another observable. So this is about the group by. So we want to group the similar items means we can use this group by operator. If you try to see here the parameters, you are having a key selector. Key selector is nothing but the condition, or otherwise if you are having a object in the observable means you can mention the key. So that is about the parameter, that is a parameter, and remaining three parameters are optional. So most probably we will be not using this one. Options means, so if you want to give any other extra options for that one, how to group the elements and all those things, you can give the options. And duration is nothing but the duration, so we can give the observable input for that one. And the connector means the subject, what type of subject, if you want to mention is replay subject, or we have right async subject, these all things, so you can mention the subject here. So most probably we need to mention, so must and should is the key selector. You need to mention a condition or the key. If it is an object, you may need to mention the property, or otherwise if it is a values means you need to mention condition. Now here let's try if you try to go down, you will be able to see the marble diagram. Here is a marble diagram. If you try to see the marble diagram, in this marble diagram we have a source observable which is emitting the values 1 2 3 4 5, okay, and this source observable is passed through a group by operator, and this group by operator is having a condition in such a way that only even values will be taken into one observable. Only even values should be grouped, and the values that are not satisfying this condition will be another group. Now if you want to group this one means, so what is happening is first one is coming, so one doesn't satisfy this condition, so it will be grouped into another observable. So observable here one it is displaying, and 2 comes into another observable. So like this, even numbers and the odd numbers has been grouped into separate observable, and these two observables are being emitted to the output observable. So this is about the group by. Group by returns the observable, okay, grouped observables. So these are called as grouped observables. Let's try to see the practical implementation of this group by. If I go here and let me try to create this group by operator, and in this group by operator what I will try to do, let's go to the operators, and here I will add group by, and here also I will use group by, and in the app routing.module.ts, and here I will use group by, and here also I will be using group by. Let's see whether it will show this operator or not. Yeah, group by operator component. Yeah, let's import this one, and let's go to the component implementation. So group by operator.component.ts. Yeah, here let's say that we have a source, okay, so of we will have of 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5, okay, let's assume. And now here I want to pass this source, and I will subscribe to this one. So let's say that we have a data, okay, let's console.log of data, and what I will do here, let's do the pipe, and what I want to use the group by. I will use the group by group by operator, and you will get each value into this one. So I want to take only even values. Now let's try to see the output. If I try to see the output, let's go to the operators. So it is refreshing. Yeah, let's go to the operators. I clicked on the operators. Yeah, here down we go to group by, and we are able to see two observables. As we see in the marble diagram, two observables will be emitted, right? In the same scenario, we got the two observables, but we need to get the values for this observable. As we know that for an observable, if we subscribe to that observable, we will get the values, right? So now what I will try to do here, so here you are getting an observable, and I can do the subscribe, okay, and I will get the values and I will do the console.log of value. Okay. Now if you try to see, you will get the values here. So observable is emitting the data. Okay, but here it is emitting same values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whatever the values I am sending, here it is emitting the same value. Why? Because the observable we are getting and we are sending the data. Now what I will try to do here, I will use an operator in such a way that I will convert each observable to array. So I want the items not as observable. So each observable should be converted into an array. Now if you try to see the output, what will happen? Let's try to see. Now see, each observable will be converted into a sub particular array. So first observable is emitting 135 and the second observable is emitting 24, so that you will have a separate differentiation grouping of these items. And now if you try to see here, the code what we have written is looking somewhat anti-pattern. Okay, this is not the correct way of writing the code. Why? Because we are using the subscribe inside a subscribe. So this is not the correct way. As we have learned about the operators and all those things. So if an operator is emitting an observable and you don't want to subscribe to that observable and you want to extract the data and you do some operations, means what we can do. So these are nothing but a higher order observable. So what we can do, we can use another operator such that merge map. So this merge map will subscribe for us. So now I can return this val. Okay, now I can return this val. Now here there will be no subscribe, and what I can do here, I can just simply do the console.log of data. Okay, now let's try to see what will happen. If I try to see the output, so now what is happening here, again the same output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is emitted. So why? Because merge map is just subscribing to that observable and it is emitting the data. Now what I can use, so as this one is an observable, I can use 2 array here. Okay, so one and the same. Now if you try to see 13524. So like this we can do the output. Now for example, let's say that I don't have here, I have a something like a post. Let's assume that I have a post. So this one is an array of object, let's assume. Now id 1 and I can do something like likes 2 and I can do comments like 4. So this is one id, and what I can do here, I can replicate this one, and same id you are having id likes 4 and 5. So I can replicate this one again, and I can do here, I am having an id of 2. So here you will be having likes is 5 and comments is 10. Okay, and here I am having another id, so id 5, so likes will be 5, something like likes will be 3, so comments will be 7. So these are the posts we are having different types of IDs. So now I want to group the posts with ID. So I want to group it into one array, each array. So ID with 1. So these two will be coming as in one group I want to get, and here with the ID with 2 I has to get this one as a one group. Now what I can do here, I can pass this one post thing. Okay, so here I can use something like source variable, or otherwise we can leave it like this, and here I can use from of posts. I can use like this, and this from of posts, let's import this from of posts. Okay, now we are grouping through an val. So group by val means what we need to do. So as this one is an object, we cannot add a condition, and we can use the key selector property, which property I want to make. Now let's try to see the output. Now all the IDs with having the 1 will be grouped in one observable, and the ID with 2 will be grouped as in one array. Now if you try to see the output, here we are getting 2 objects, and if you try to see here, ID with 1 has came in one array, and ID with 2 we got it as in another array. Okay, so this is about, so this is how we will be grouping the objects also. Now I want to get ID with ID 1, I want to get the total number of likes and the total number of comments. If you want to get it like that, means what I can do here, so merge map here, instead of using this 2 array, we can use another operator, that is reduce. So reduce, what it will try to do here, it will use something like scan operator only. Reduce also you will have accumulator and current, but scan operator will emit all the time, it will send it to the subscription all the time, the accumulator. But reduce, after completion only it will send the accumulator to that one. Now what I can do here, accumulator, we are getting an accumulator, right? Now let's try to see, so let's try to give here accumulator default one, something like ID null I will try to give, or otherwise ID 0 will give. and another one is the likes of 0 and comments of 0. This is the basic one, so not basic one, default one. Fine, done. And now what I will try to do here, acc.id is equal to, if acc.id is there means take like this, or otherwise take the current.id, okay. And now another one is acc.likes is equal to acc.likes, I want to add the current.likes, okay. In the same scenario, I want to do acc.comments is equal to acc.comments plus current.comments. I want to plus this one all, and I can return the acc at the final. So this is the logic what we can write. Now what you will get, what you able to see, so the output what you will get is, now we are getting id1, so total id1 has a likes of 6 and comments of 9. So for id2 total likes is 8 and comments is 7. If you try to see the post here, so for id1 we are having total likes is 2 plus 4 6, right? Now we are able to see that 6 output only, and the comments is 4 plus 5 is 9, so we are able to see that 9. And for the id2 total likes, so total likes is 5 plus 3, that is 7, sorry 7 not 7, 8, and the comments is 10 plus 7, 17. So this addition, so total number of adding of all these likes and comments for each id, we can group these items like this. So this is how we can use the group by in multiple ways. Now we have used this merge map, as we have already learned about this operator. Reduce also we have learned, same like scan operator, but reduce what it will try to do, it will send the accumulator at the end after completion of the observable. So now this one, these all the things already we have learned about this all the operators. So that is the reason group by operator I am telling you at the end of this RxJS course complete. Why? Because we will be using combination of the operators, that is the reason. So this is about the group by operator. Hope you understood about this group by operator. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.